And this one is a competitive party game. And the way that this game works is that players are competing to be the first player to complete their kitchen. In order to complete a kitchen, you're going to have some amount of refrigerators, stoves, and completed dinners. There's two types of decks in this game. There's the ingredient deck, which has all sorts of ingredients to complete your dishes, but there are also attack ingredients as well as defense ingredients. The other deck is your equipment deck, which is going to include things like your refrigerators, stoves, and other items that can help you throughout the game. Each player does start the game with one stove, which is going to allow them to perform one action on their turn, and players will each all start with a recipe card, which essentially acts as a player aid, allowing players to know which combinations of ingredients will create which recipes, and which recipe is worth which amount of points. But in each round of this game, players are going to be drawing a number of ingredient cards into their hand, and then you're going to have a certain amount of time to decide what you want to do on your turn. You essentially have two options. You could either use those ingredients to try and complete a dish to score you victory points, or instead you can play one of your attack ingredients. Like I said, each stove allows you to perform one action, so if you have more stoves, that gives you more opportunities to create dishes or play attack cards. Some of the equipment cards can also allow you to do things like store cards away so that you have more options in a future turn, and you can combine any two of the same cards together in order to make those two cards act like a wild ingredient in order to give you more flexibility when it comes to completing those recipes. At the end of the round, players are going to be resolving their choices and gaining income based on the recipes that they're able to complete. But of course, if you did have an attack card played on you, that could interrupt your recipe. But if you do have any defense cards, you could try to play those in order to counteract that attack. Players will then want to spend any money that they earned in order to buy more equipment cards for additional actions and abilities on upcoming turns, kind of building a bit of an engine. But you do want to try to spend as much of the money as you can because it does not transfer over to the following round. The game continues like this until one player is able to fully complete their kitchen, and then that player wins the game. And if you are interested in this one, you can check it out. I have links in the description below.